So Golden State will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Spurs. The defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the one. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Knocks it loose. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Good on the shot.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And so it's San Antonio with it.
You remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Outside Durant, no one near him. Connects, the jumper drops.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Back to Aldridge. From 12 feet out. Nice D from Bogut.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Now here's Thompson. And Curry, here we go. Durant with a wide open look. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Bogut with a screen on Leonard. Out to Thompson, wide open, and that is good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
It's Parker with the drive. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Outside Gasol. Green passes to Leonard. The 8-footer. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Now, here's Parker. Good on the triple. Parker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Curry with it. Feeds it to Thompson. Six to shoot. Back to Curry. On the wing, Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Now here's Gasol. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Ring shot on the way. The shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry kicks to Green. No good from outside.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And the wide open shot from Green. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Curry against Green. Curry dishes to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Screen by Bogut. Pass to Durant. Lets it go from deep. And the shot is good. Durant's got 7 points.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Parker. Lets it go from the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Warriors leading by 6. Durant kicks to Green. There's the 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Green's got his second basket.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Now here's Durant after the miss from Pau Gasol. Curry kicks to Bogut. Out to Thompson. Durant in the corner. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Gasol. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That is good.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Outside for Durant. Back to Bogut. On the wing, Green. Misses the 3. Spurs trail by 10. And here's Mills. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. And Mills kicks to Aldridge.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Vasili's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Then for the Spurs, West is checked in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Here is Durant, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Curry setting the pick for Durant. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And here is West after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Mills passes to West, tries from 10. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Warriors leading by 12. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Diaw's checked in.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far. Stretching the lead into double digits already.
Ginobili kicks to Mills. And it's off from three-point range.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Diaw, the screen. And Mills kicks to Diaw. Up off the screen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. The Spurs shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Thompson outside. Pass to Livingston. Outside Durant. Gets it off. He got it!
Wow.
He caught it!
My goodness.
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I wanted to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after them. That's how they piled up all the points.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter, and it's Livingston in at point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Warriors leading by 14. The drive by Iguodala on the wing. Thompson. Outside, Green. Tipped away. Diaw with the steal. Here's Leonard, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
And Thompson kicks to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. The Spurs also with the sub. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Boris Diaw. Here's Curry following the bucket by the Spurs. Kicks it out to Iguodala. No one near him. A rebound by Gasol.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Parker dishes to Aldridge, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Now here is Aldridge. 6 points for him. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Shoots off the screen. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love. If he's on your team, he can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Now here is Bogut. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. It's Parker with the drive. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You know, for the Spurs playing up tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
Barbosa with it. Now Green defending. Iguodala. No good. Spurs trail by 10. Parker passes to Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance traveled as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement.
Here's Parker after the Warriors pick up 3. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Durant's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Durant. 18 points for him. And it's Green missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And the basket good. 8 points for Leonard. Last year a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on an age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. Manu Ginobili's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Tony Parker.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Azili. Golden State moving it around. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Draymond Green.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. West is checked in for the Spurs. Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. So it's San Antonio now. They trail by 9 points. Green with the block.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 19 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Now here's Ginobili. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Curry with a wide-open look. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Warriors lead by 13. The Spurs have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back. Late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Thompson outside. Green with a screen for Thompson. Outside, Green. Outside for Curry. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Mills with the steal. Knocked away. Anderson dishes to Mills. The feed to Ginobili. And Thompson sends it back. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry.
Sean Livingston.
.143 left in the first half. Mills passes to West. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good. West has got it back down to single digits for the Spurs.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
Stolen by Ginobili. Here's Mills, and it's denied. 1:16 left in the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Shot on the wing, and that one hits back iron.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
That is good. 11 points for David West.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Outstanding foul shooting in this game, and that confidence can be infectious. They're taking care of business on the charity stripe.
Now here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
For San Antonio, they've been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Here is Durant. Thompson from long range. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so,
Kevin, you obviously...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 24 points, 5 assists. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Bogut kicks to Durant. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Warriors have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he knocks down the first one. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Aldridge a screen. The fadeaway. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Now here's Durant. 26 points for him. Goes up off the pick. And stolen by Aldridge. It's stolen by Green. Here's Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
The drive by Thompson. A clear look for Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Parker. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Parker's got 11 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
On the wing, Green. Aldridge is covering. Curry dishes to Thompson. The 3-pointer, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Outside, Green. Now the pass to Gasol. That one a little long.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Curry passes to Durant. Parker with the steal. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. San Antonio calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
San Antonio with the ball. 9-point game. Gasol kicks to Green. The drive by Aldridge. Takes it off the glass. Aldridge has got 10 points in the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
No good from Bogut.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Kicks to Leonard. Lets it go. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And here is Parker after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Another shot, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For San Antonio, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done. He has 11 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Durant dishes to Thompson. Can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebounds.
And he gets it to go. Warriors leading by 6. Now Durant. He's got 26. He feeds it to Thompson. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And 12 points for Klay Thompson.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Leonard with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Parker. Shot is off. Curry with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Spurs trail by 6. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Aldridge misses. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. That's good from Durant.
And with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Now here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Curry. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Curry's shot is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Mills. Leonard on the wing, shoots the 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Dishes it to Curry. Over to the left wing. Bogut drives in. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. Green with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Warriors. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Green. It's Ginobili with the drive. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Azili. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Iguodala, no good. Spurs have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Mills passes to Gasol. Fires from the line. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Azili. Out to Thompson. From past the arc. Good for basket number 6 for him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for the Spurs. He dishes it to Ginobili. He kicks it to Diaw. 6 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Iguodala with the steal. Here is Livingston. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Diaw with the steal. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Tipped away. Iguodala with the steal. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Spurs trail by 13. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Here is Durant after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Thompson against Ginobili. Here's Azili. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
West, right side, all alone. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. West has got it back down to single digits for San Antonio. And here's Green outside, and released it in time, but
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors.
hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. So it's the Warriors now. Leonard with the steal. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Durant in at small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. Here is Livingston following the score by Tony Parker. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Durant dishes to Green. Back to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. It's stolen by Green. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Gasol's checked in. Aldridge with a screen on Durant. Outside Aldridge. Pulls it from 20. That's good. And it's Leonard with the assist. 16 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better. And while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Here's Thompson following the score by Tony Parker. Right side Durant. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Leonard.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Thompson left side. And then jammed down as he goes right over Pau Gasol.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Big-time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
To the inside, here's Durant. The shot no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs trail by 5. Parker passes to Leonard. Bogut against Gasol. Parker outside. Here's Aldridge. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. For 3, Durant. That is good. Durant's got 32 points.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Here's Parker, and it's blocked by Curry. Outside Durant. Now here is Bogut. It's Curry with the drive. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Here's Bogut, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
And Thompson sends it back. And even 3-on-3 break. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Iguodala setting the pick for Thompson. Back to Iguodala. Wide open. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Down low, Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Parker leading the charge. That's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Durant's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili's checked in for Green. Iguodala with the bucket.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's what he delivers the most.
Curry can't get it to go.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul of the game. On defense, Golden State, 10-point lead. Here's Parker. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Timeout Spurs.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He said, listen, we've come this far. Now we've got to lay it on the line to get a win. I know we can do it. So show them what you got and let's make it happen. Guys, we'll see if they can do it.
Curry. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time. Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's 20 points for Aldridge.
He just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
And the Warriors with possession here. Durant kicks to Green. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Pau Gasol. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Golden State.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backcourt.
Now here's Thompson. And Curry, here we go. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. Then last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Iguodala, following the miss by David West. Iguodala dishes to Durant, and he gets it to go. Durant's got 38 points.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Diaw with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Mills passes to Diaw. And another basket for San Antonio.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad, I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and
Kevin, as we've come to expect another exceptional game for you, how do you put together a night like this?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything. Just take what the defense gives me and be aggressive.
Thank you so much.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant. It's just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.